All right, I'm here talking to a homeless guy. There ain't many of them out on the street no more. I just wanted to get his opinion of, you know, what's going on out here. Have him share it with you guys. What's your name, brother?
My name's Jesse Kidd. Everyone calls me Stray, though.
Trey?
Stray.
Stray?
Yeah, S-T-R-E-Y.
Right on. Giving up a board. So,
I don't even go give me that. Are you sure? Yeah, you got the bag. No, but I gave you two bag. Give me the bag.
don't see a homeless guy giving out too much shit. That's pretty awesome, dude. So what's going on out here? You know a lot of other people that's on the street through this with you?
Yeah, but I don't see a lot of them anymore.
So they're what, coming up missing, or do you think they're at them shelters, at them motels that the governor set up? Did they offer you a room in one of the hotels?
Probably, if I talk to them. I don't like to talk to them though.
You're not interested in getting a room from them?
No, I don't want to stay here in the city, man. The resources only last so long when no one's allowed to work and, you know, do your stuff.
So what are your plans? What are you going to do?
Get the hell out of the city for one.
I got on my YouTube channel, I got, like, you know, they're unloading like a lot of military vehicles here. Like,
I heard a bunch of like a car crew with like turbo boosters blasting off shotgun rounds at the cops in like a high-speed chase today downtown. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, people are, it's definitely gonna, they said that the military's here on humanitarian missions. What do you think about that?
The National Guard should have come out like a long time ago, when just because of the homeless crisis that was going on here. But I don't know. You know, this is finally their chance to do it. They've been wanting to do it for a long time, and the people are finally docile enough to just keep taking it. And so
I've noticed that. Doesn't it seem to you like people are just like giving up and then they'll just do whatever they're told, basically?
Exactly. Like being like no work, no public schools, no karaoke. You know, everyone's just like, okay, like seriously, nah, fuck that.
I can't believe it either that people are just like comfortable with it, you know. Oh, we'll stay and then people are complaining when other people are going to protest and shit. They're like, and all these celebrities are getting on there, like, you know, just stay home. That's all they're cranking into our heads.
Yeah.
I mean, do you find it as suspicious as me? Like they had a major virus breakout at the meatpacking plant?
Well, I mean, this shit always happens. They're just sensationalizing it right now, and because, you know, like they in the past, like ever since like this last election, man, they just noticed that, you know, people are just gonna just deal with shit. Like there's no accountability. You know, no one's.
So you said you heard of people getting arrested in other cities for being out past curfew?
Yeah, but that's just, you know, that's just hearsay. But you know, the Bay Area, like, it's pretty well off. You know, a lot of people don't need to work here, or they work from home, or you know,
It's not hard for them to follow shelter.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people here that are going to be able to keep using American currency for a long time without having to leave the house. But I mean, anywhere else, man, I can only imagine. I mean, that's us. That's why I'm going out there to see it, because I'm really worried about the rest of the country.
Well, just anything you want to like tell everyone.
This is not the greatest our species has ever been, and they're definitely, you know, just spiraling faster and faster. Like everything that's bad is getting like way more intense, but everybody's potential is getting a lot more noticeable as well. Stay positive. Trust in. As long as you trust everything will be okay, you'll be all right.
All right, I'm with Jay and Tracy. There's not many homeless people really on the street no more to be found. My friend ran into these guys. How y'all doing?
Good.
How long you guys been on the street for?
On and off in the last 5 years.
About 8 years.
And that's a long time. So, like during this like Corona outbreak or whatever they calling it. I mean, you know, I got my suspicions it ain't legit, but during this, like, how is being on the street changed for y'all?
I mean, normally we hide from the cops, and now they know us, and we know them all by first name.
Well, I've always, I mean, I have for a long time, because I deal with every...
We don't bother them.
Yeah, I just do the things they want me to do, and keep my fucking shit clean.
Yeah, and they're letting us...
They're, you know, they leave me alone, but they still have to push us around. They work in, like, cycles, like, systematically, and
Have they tried to, like, roust y'all up, kind of, and make you go to a shelter? Or...
I mean,
they don't really force the shelters on
it.
us anymore.
They suggest it every time.
They give us, I have like 11 cards from the hot team. 11 of their business cards.
But mainly, since this shit started, they don't fucking bother us at all. I've never been able to set up my shit, like, put my hygiene and my toiletries and shit all in a space and leave it there and not carry it in my freaking backpack or have to lug it everywhere. Ever since I've ever been on the street, I've never been able to do that. And since this virus started, they don't want us running around.
But one group of Americans has no worry at all about getting whatever they want, the homeless. In San Francisco, anyway, officials are putting up the homeless for free in city hotels and supplying them with free alcohol, drugs, and nicotine. Why are they doing this exactly? Joe Alioto is a former San Francisco city supervisor and DA candidate. He joins us tonight. Joe, thanks so much for coming on. I can't think of a clearer signal to taxpayers, citizens, people who try to do the right thing, stay sober, that we just hate you and are spending all of our time on people, you know, who are contributing. I mean, honestly, people, I mean, why would they be giving the homeless free stuff? I don't understand.
Well, it's not just that. The worst part about it is that we are taking a very vulnerable population and we're feeding their addictions. And we're not using taxpayer dollars to do that, which begs the question, why is, where is this money coming from? And is the reason why we're not using taxpayer dollars is because it would otherwise not be legal to do. I mean, we know that's true on the federal level anyway. But the idea that the government can poison a few people for the good of the many it's immoral. This has been debated over years. It's unconstitutional. It's very un-American, for that matter, and by federal standards illegal, which probably explains why some of the hotels, as you've read, in the Los Angeles area are refusing to participate in the housing of the homeless.
So the Los Angeles City Council, I know you're from North End San Francisco, right, is threatening to, quote, commandeer hotels that don't want to become homeless shelters. I mean, just the level of concern. Right. I mean, so, and I'm for helping the homeless. So many of them are mentally ill and need actual help. They don't need to live on the sidewalk. But the level of concern, all the concern seems to be for the homeless. Like, what about people who are trying really hard to do well for their kids and make the society better? Like, they're totally ignored. Why?
That's right, especially with the food shortage. We should be feeding their stomachs, not their addictions. And I guess they feel as though the rest of us can fend for ourselves. But I think the real concern here by the Department of Health, to give them a little bit of credit, is that they don't want to spread the COVID disease. Now, the facts don't pan out because some of these homeless people who are being housed in the hotels that are specific to this program that we're giving them methadone, marijuana, and alcohol, some of them are not even COVID positive. But what they're trying to do is force them into self-isolation by feeding these addictions. And there's something very wrong about that. These are people that are otherwise not that legally detained, but the city is saying, no, we want to make sure you stay in these hotel rooms so you don't poison other people, and we're going to feed your addictions to make sure that you stay there. There's something very cruel about that, and the fact that we're not taking care of the rest of the city in many ways and feeding some of the hungry people and not focusing on the hunger issues and not the addiction issues is very troubling.
I love San Francisco, and I want it to thrive, but I'm worried that at some point, the only people left will be the homeless. All normal people will have left. I hope I'm wrong. I know you do, too. Well, Joe Alioto, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Tucker.
Say hi, how you doing? Do you need anything? And they fucking keep going.
I know with, everybody on lockdown, though, it's probably, kind of harder to, come across money and stuff, right?
No. I mean, a little.
Because there's less people on the street. I mean, I don't want to get in your business for,
There's the same amount of people on the street. They're just not on there as many hours. So, or at the same hours, you know what I mean? And everybody is on the same schedule. Everyone's on the street at the same time, and they're off at the same time.
We all run out at the same time.
We live at night. So when everybody goes in, we come out.
So have you guys found people being more generous kind of during this?
Some are definitely, a lot more they seek us out and to bring things to us, and that's different.
Every few days we've had somebody stop and bring us food or a blanket even one time.
I've seen that a lot in San Francisco. There's a lot of good people
anyway.
in the city, man.
Being homeless in the city, it's phenomenal. Are you kidding me? It's like being a millionaire with no cash, without money. I've never had better shit in my life as I have since I became homeless in San Francisco.
I can't afford this jacket.
No. I
can't afford
top of the line shit. I
that people just give
trash
you.
bags on the sidewalk.
And they put it out with care. And
plastic bags and everything.
Some of them put it out intentionally for homeless people that they know live in their specific area. There's people that put hot food out on they'll put it on a certain bin or whatever, and they know a certain 1 or 3 of us will walk by and somebody will get it, and they do it every couple days. There's some that do it every afternoon. They put half a sandwich and a soup and some days you take it, but if you've got money and food that day, you don't take it. You leave it there for the next one.
Right.
And, that's it. We got to help each other. I've
talked to a few homeless people, you don't really see, I haven't really been out on the street, because of this lockdown bullshit. But I talked to this homeless dude the other day, and he told me that he knows people that's been on the street of San Francisco for a long time. And, they're not in no homeless shelters, but he knows people have just come up missing. And they've been on the street kind of for years and years, and he's not running into them no more. And he's a little bit freaked out about it. Do you guys think maybe something like that might be going on?
That's all speculation. I really don't know. I mean, I have not personally noticed or have been, there's no concern has been triggered in that arena, but for safe purposes, just to be on the safe side, I don't go to the navigation centers and I don't go to the shelters and shit because I'm not trying to be collected. I'm not trying to be kept. I'm not trying to be in prison. You know what I mean? Because I do believe once they get you to the hotels, they can do whatever they want with you.
They won't let you out.
They can do whatever they want with you at that point, And I think that's just a lot of, that's just too much. I don't trust anybody that much.
I've heard a lot about them centers, so that's what it is. Once you go there, you're kind of under their
I mean, we're already under their microscope, but then they have control of you, really control you.
Could they try to tell you when you can go out, that type of stuff?
They do. I'm sure they do tell you. I mean,
yeah,
they're cracking down.
Yeah, nobody's is really trying to hear that without a doubt.
You know, and just, you know, if you're, we live outside, you know, like the thought of going indoors and having to stay there, and like most of the time, that's I don't want to do that at all. Like if I ever even had a place, I doubt I'd be in it very much, if at all. I mean, I don't like being inside much anymore, you know. When it's super cold or when it rains, I would love to be inside because it's really freaking.
It gets chilly here, and
well, everything gets wet, man. I don't give a shit what you do. Everything gets wet, and then you have to have money,
laundry,
you know,
to dry your stuff up and everything.
It's a nightmare.
So do you guys like got like a regular place you stay, or kind of just go around or whatever?
I mean,
when it's not when this pandemic's not happening, or this scamdemic's not happening,
right?
We're out here.
We, like I said, they push us around in an order. They just keep running through it. They run through it. So about the same amount of time every couple weeks.
One time, a ranger, he pulled out a map and he was like, "Can you go right there?" And we moved right there where he pointed.
We just go where
I was like, okay.
As long as we do what they tell us,
they leave us alone.
They don't bother us, and I think that's the whole purpose. That's what they want. They want to know where we are. They want to know who we are, and they want to know where we are.
I don't do anything.
It's funny that you guys called it a scamdemic, because I think there's something more that meets the eye here too. So what is your thoughts on that? Do you think, like, you know, the government's doing this? Like, what do you think?
I don't try to get into conspiracy theories and all that bullshit, but I think that if the numbers are what they say, then there's not I mean, there's not a real large amount of people who are dying. I mean, there's not that many more than the flu.
Yeah, they're lying about the numbers.
In 2018, the flu, just the flu, took 80,000 lives, I think, on this continent. And there's not a hell of a lot more than that, right? That are dead.
It isn't. No, I don't think really no more than an average season of flu kills people each year. I mean, right now,
for instance, there's 3,500 fucking fatal automobile accidents per day on this continent. Per fucking day. 3,500 deaths a day.
Right. Just
every day. Is that insane?
I mean, I think it would be more. What, for all together, or that's just for auto accidents?
Auto accidents per day. Just auto accidents per day. Yeah, in this country.
There's got to be a lot of people that die, man. I think that they're trying to come to a martial law situation.
I don't know if that's what they're trying to come to, but they're going to get there probably.
Or lock us down from now on.
I think the world as we know it is no longer. I don't think life as we understood it is not. It does not exist anymore. This is the end of the end.
I believe the same thing. Are you guys religious at all?
I am godly. Yeah.
Me too. That's gotta have that.
I believe it's living it out. It's living out the book.
All right. Well, just one more thing. Unless you guys think you got anything to say, you got anything else to add or whatever.
Not every homeless person is a freaked out, fucked up, messed out.
Yeah, I've met a lot of good people.
I mean, there's many good people.
There's good people and bad people from all walks of life, whether it's homeless.
They're just nuts. There's batshit crazy people out here, and it's because of it's the lack of sleep for a lot of them. It's a lack of sleep, not even the dope. It's just lack of sleep.
You say how much taking out.
Other ones, it's dope. They lose their fucking mind. They just, the cheese slides off their cracker. You don't know why, but you watch it happen gradually.
Some of the chemicals.
And pretty soon you're like, oh wow, that person's fucked up. But not everybody is, and not everybody is
We're not all
from nowhere. You know what I mean? We have families. My son checks on me. If I don't talk to him every 3 days, he has the police find me to see if I'm okay and do a well check.
My grandmother still pays my phone bill.
You know, like, I mean, I have choices. I could have, before this, I could have got a job. I'm kind of pissed about that.
Sure, I mean, everybody's just people. So,
like,
everybody's got lives and
pasts. Yep. And everybody's hard shit is hard. It's just a different kind of hard than you. You know, I've met some amazing people.
Hey, most people are like, 2-3 paychecks away from being in the same
I say that all the time. I'm like, you are one paycheck away from being right here.
Right.
So keep looking down your nose. They look at us.
Stop staring at us.
Like the people in their houses, some of them are all right, you know. They're people. Everybody's they're all people. They're humans. You know, what are they going to do? They're human. But a lot of them are very kind and don't seem judgmental. Some are judgmental, but they don't like to show it. And then there's the ones that just show their fucking asses.
The ones that are cool. Someone dumped a bucket of water on us one time when it was freezing outside.
I've heard of them doing that. Like, I've seen that in the paper or whatever.
It was awful.
It was awful. Like, that's horrible. Such a terrible thing to do to somebody.
I was like, what the? How did that happen?
But, it's whatever. They think that we're all, these awful
they that
people
much better just
because But know this. There are, make no mistake, it is dangerous out here. These people, there's some of these people, they don't want to make us too desperate. Because right now, the lot of them, the homeless, community, and the criminal element, I guess, is what they prefer, or they think that we are, and many are. There are dangerous people out here. There are fucking dangerous people out here in the homeless world. They really are.
Anywhere in the world.
But, no more dangerous. Yeah, exactly. They're everywhere.
There's dangerous people that got apartments.
There's people that are in houses, yes, right now, that are living with a fucking monster, okay?
Or dead bodies laying
everywhere. Who knows what, right. But make no mistake, it's you definitely need to watch your P's and Q's and know your place and know what you're doing out here. It's not as fucking chaotic as it might seem. It's a little more organized than you might think. Like, we have to answer, we police ourselves, we have to answer to each other more, before we answer to this and the cops and the residents.
No doubt.
But some of us, we do try to accommodate best that we can the people that have to look at our mess and have to look and be, deal with us in their community, and we're grateful to have that. But we're not zoo fucking animals.
Stop staring at us.
they like. I'm surprised some of them don't pull up a chair. It's amazing. They watch us to see what we're going to do.
Popcorn or something.
Yeah, it's ignorant.
It's it's okay. It's not bad.
If each of y'all could have one wish.
What?
If each of y'all could have one wish.
To live forever.
Yeah. I want to live forever. I'll never be done on Earth.
So that's it? Both of you live forever?
Live forever.
Yeah, life's pretty awesome. Well, I appreciate y'all's time, man. Be careful out here. You know what I'm saying? It's, it's fucked up world, man. I appreciate it again, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, I'm out in front of the store. You homeless, bro?
Yeah, I'm homeless right now.
So how are you getting by with this coronavirus stuff? Are you how are you surviving?
Right now, I'm just trying to be as careful as I can, trying to keep my distance away from people, staying clean, being sanitized and everything.
Right, washing your hands and everything. So where I mean, if you don't mind saying, where do you sleep at?
I just walk around all night. I sometimes on the bus, sleep on the bus, or the train.
Right, ride the train until the morning or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. If people been helping you out more, have people been throwing you a few dollars more now than they was before?
Oh no, I can't tell.
You say it's bad? It's worse then? Money's harder to come by now?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the coronavirus? You think it's real bad?
Yeah, I think it's real bad.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I think the government's going to clear it up. Whoever's in charge is going to clear it up.
So you think we're going to be okay out of this?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to get any worse than it is now?
No, not really.
Cool, that's a good positive attitude to have. God bless you, bro. Just hit the rock, no shake. All right, man. Thanks, man.